So Keith One Time Thurman returns to PBC, Fox on PBC this Saturday, January 26th against Josecito Lopez. We're going to find out, is he One Time Thurman or is he Once Upon a Time Thurman? Keith Thurman said that about himself, so it's good to see that he has that kind of humor and he has that what do you call it? Like, he's comfortable with himself, you know what I mean? And that shows a lot that he's confident person too, that he can joke about himself like that. And we'll find out if the shoulder is healed, which it should be. We might see some ring rust, but he is fighting Josecito Lopez, a decent opponent, but it should be a good tune-up fight for him to get back on track. So Josecito Lopez, he's been fighting at welterweight and super welterweight for a while now. So he's not a small guy. He's 5'9.5", 69-inch reach, about the same as Thurman, and he's fought at super welterweight against Canelo before, actually, for the WBC title. So he got knocked out in that fight. He got knocked out against Marcos Maidana, and he got stopped by Berto as well. And he lost to Jesse Vargas earlier in his career in 2011 by split decision. So if you look at his career, every time he steps up to a B-level fighter or more, he loses. Jesse Vargas, Marcos Maidana. Obviously, Canelo Alvarez isn't a B-level fighter anymore. He's an elite fighter now. But I would say Jesse Vargas, Marcos Maidana, and Berto aren't elite fighters. They're B plus fighters, in my opinion. And those are the kind of guys you have to beat to see if you can roll with the A-level guys and the elite fighters, which Keith Thurman is an A-level fighter, an elite fighter at welterweight. So Thurman should get past him. Even if he does have ring rust, he should get past him. If I was Josecito Lopez, I'd be going to his body, because we know Keith Thurman, his body is one of his weak points. We've seen Collazo hurt him to the body before. He hurt him pretty bad, it looked like, too, back in 2015. So, yeah, I just see it as a good tune-up for him to get back on track. And I'm picking Keith Thurman to win this fight by knockout. If Berto can stop you, if Maidana can stop you, if Canelo stopped you, but pretty much if Berto can stop you, Keith Thurman's going to stop you. I don't know if I've seen that fight, to be honest, the Berto versus Josecito Lopez, because it was a while ago, but maybe I did see it, I just forget. Like I said, if they're not co-main events or like well-known guys fighting, not co-main events, but well-known guys fighting, you kind of forget how the fight went. So I might have seen it, I just forget. But I see Josecito Lopez is a good tune-up fight to get you back on track. Not too hard, but not too easy. So I'm expecting a knockout win by Keith Thurman. Probably before round 7. I'm gonna say round 7 or under. And yeah, we'll see the injury. I think it was his elbow or shoulder or something with his arm. I know that. So we'll see what happened. I remember his arm being all bruised up from the surgery and stuff. So we're gonna see how he looks. He hasn't been in the ring since 2017, January, February, March 4th, 2017. So it's nearly almost 2 years now since he's not been in the ring. So I'm excited to see One Time back in the ring. We'll see what he has. And if he can get past him, we could possibly see him fighting Manny Pacquiao in April, May, June, July, around that time. Definitely a possible opponent. So I'm looking forward to this fight. I got Keith Thurman. Let me know your thoughts on it. Who do you think is going to win this fight? Do you think he'll struggle? against Josecito Lopez. I don't think he will. Like I said, I reviewed Josecito Lopez's record. I've seen him fight a couple times, but he's never gotten past a B-level fighter, it doesn't look like, a good B-level fighter. So why would he get past an A-level fighter like Keith Thurman on the cusp of elite? You could say Keith Thurman's an elite fighter because he competed with Danny Garcia. He competed with Sean Porter. Even if you thought he lost those fights, like I know some people thought Danny Garcia won that fight, and the first time I saw it, I thought you could have gave it to Danny. The Sean Porter fight, I forget but I remember that being a close fight too. So, like I said, I would say yeah, Keith Thurman's an elite fighter for sure, not just an A-level fighter. But anyway, guys, stay powered up, and I'll see you in the next video.